Hello and welcome everyone, my name is the Clever Fool. Today I'll be playing the final level of Saladin, the Lion and the Demon. Looking for the achievement. The best offense is a good defense, or I think it's just offense is the best defense. In any case, let's go ahead and get started.
The city of Acre. Nearly 21 years have I ridden with Saladin. When word of the Saracen victory at Jerusalem reached Europe, another crusade was launched. The kings of the three most powerful nations in Europe, England, France, and the Holy Roman Empire, embarked for the Holy Land with thousands of troops. Saladin knows that his most dangerous opponent is Richard the Lionheart of England, a brilliant tactician who learned the art of war fighting against his own father. He builds colossal fortresses and always fights in the front lines, the ideal of a heroic warrior. Richard's army has come ashore near Acre. Much of Saladin's army is trapped in the city, while two monstrous English trebuchets pound at Acre's walls. If Richard can defeat our army here, he can walk into Jerusalem unopposed. Saladin knows that this is the climax of his jihad. All of the Crusader states have fallen. If the Saracens can hold Acre, then the Europeans will be forced to return home. If Acre falls, then the centuries-long nightmare of eternal war, raid and counter-raid, begin again. All of Saladin's victories will be for nothing.
High stakes, boys. Okay, our main objectives are to construct and defend a wonder, except in order to get the achievement, we're not going to do this. We're just going to go out and kill all of them. Our hints tell us that Saladin is restricted to a population limit of 100. When you are ready to build the wonder, you can delete some of your houses to make room for it. Attacking one of your enemies early can benefit you later on, but be careful venturing outside Acre's walls. Managing a large city can be confusing. It might prove helpful to rebuild military buildings where you can easily find them. Yeah, sure, except where the hell do we get the wood for that? Okay, our scouts report that Saladin in green controls Acre, a well-fortified city on the coast, which is currently surrounded by the Crusader armies. The Genoese in cyan, Franks in blue, and the Knights Templar in yellow camp to the north. The Genoese will construct warships, while the Franks will train knights, hand cannoneers, and bombard cannons. The Knights Templar will send in Teutonic knights and rams. To the east, Richard the Lionheart in red and Jerusalem in grey have taken their positions. The English will, for the most part, rely on their feared longbowmen, while Jerusalem will send light cavalry and swordsmen into battle. No mention of the Persian outpost, but the Persian outpost will send us war elephants later down the line. Okay, so our main goal then will be to take out as many of these enemies as possible early on so that we can spend the rest of the campaign fighting them instead of holding back a hopeless against a hopeless number of enemies here. And I think the strategy will be to send our starting boats over to hit Jerusalem's town center. And if I remember correctly, their town center is within range of the boats, and our boats do outrange their town centers. So that'll be Jerusalem down. Then we sail up to attack the Franks to destroy their initial force of bombard cannons. If we can destroy the Franks and the Knights Templar before they get their Teutonic Knights online, then the rest of the level should be pretty easy. I'm not too worried about warships from Genoese, and we can deal with Richard the Lionheart himself much easier if we are able to take out those three other enemies. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 enemies total. Now let's go ahead and get started. We notice that we're in the Imperial Age. We've got 1,500 wood, 9 villagers, 500 food, 1,000 gold, and 1,000 stone. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell off a lot of the stone and replace it with food here.
Let us show the infidel dogs of the West a sight the likes of which no son of Europe has ever seen.
Nice. Let's gather our units here. Got a bunch of Mamelukes.
نعم بناءة صحيح عاملة.
Where is our market? Do we have a market? Yes. Let's sell our stone, buy some food. Pick up conscription, pick up another trebuchet. We'll grab barding armor and blast furnace here. Can deal with these guys no problem. Control the group these guys to 1. Control the group our archers to 2 here.
أمر سأفعل. بناء. نعم بناء.
مستعدة بناءة.
أهلا حطاب. أمر مستعد. بناء.
أمر حسنا. نعم حسنا. أمر مستعد. أمر حسنا.
Okay, and the important thing here will be to tag this market real fast. We've got 2 trebs turned out. Keep producing villagers. Let's keep churning Mamluks out now as well. More Mamluks, need more villagers. Let's move these boats over. We'll go past the ships here. Stand ground. Take out the TC. We're low on gold. Let's get more gold miners. We lost a good number of Mamluks here already, sadly. Let's keep villagers churning out. Let's keep some light cavalry churning out. To replenish our forces here. Jerusalem still being nailed here. Good. We're still low on gold, however. Keep Mamluks coming out. Want to get Bracer at some point as well. Start taking out the Templars. Get more Mamluks online here. Sell some wood. Pick up Elite Mamluk next. Get more Trebs out. Get more Vills out. No Knights. No Knights. Mamluk. Got a siege workshop here. And somehow we lost all our boats. So Jerusalem's going to become an issue. Do we have a university? Yes, we do. Let's grab chemistry. Keep churning out units here. If we can just, we don't even need to kill Jerusalem. If we can just get the Franks out of the picture, we'll be good. Get some stone miners online. Get elite cannon galleon at some point. We can produce much more smoothly once we get cannon. Once we kill Jerusalem off. I'm not too worried about the rest of our situation here. We're gonna be a low on wood for a good amount of time here. So we really want to protect our Mamluks. Cannon Galeon's finished researching. Produce one. We continue moving on to the next challenge here. Gotta kill as many villagers as we can here. Yes, that is a lot of warships. I can't really afford to concern myself with those guys just yet. Oh, I really don't want to lose my troops here. Away, keep producing elite Mamluks. Let's get more on wood. Probably shouldn't have sold off all my excess wood there. And Jerusalem's not going to be an easy mark anymore. Put the Franks out of the picture. We should be in much better shape compared to before. Not worried at all on the north side. We got lots of gold.
warship sighted.
It's fine. Let's actually buy some stone.
نعم.
And rebuild this castle here. Let's keep Mamluk production coming. Now we can knock out Genoese so that we don't need to deal with their warships anymore. We should be in much, much better shape. The Templar haven't given up. The Franks did resign, however.
نعم. بناءة.
نعم.
مستعدة. عاملة منجم.
منجم.
Grab zealotry for our Mamluks.
أمر حسن سأفعل. عامل منجم.
I actually want to move over here with my Mamluks because I feel like the Templars still have something up their sleeves here. I'll keep these 5 on guard. It's okay. Pick up portings for our castle.
عاملة منجم.
أهلا. ألو.
And we take out the TC. The Mamluks, very nice. Starting to get kind of close to our pop cap here. When I think about picking up Bracer. Doesn't look like there's anything over here. Continue bowling Genoese. Let's grab Bracer now. Very good. And I actually think even without taking out Jerusalem, we're in pretty good shape here. The warships are basically not doing anything relevant to us.
عامل منجم.
Build another castle here, just for safety. The Knights Templars are out. Very good. So we're almost 3 out of 5, honestly. Spies cost 13,000. It's fine.
أمر بناء.
Let's pick up archer armor.
Lord Saladin, the Shah of Persia is sending reinforcements by transport.
Perfect. As soon as we knock down the remainder of these buildings, we should be in good shape. I'm just gonna ignore Genoese from this point forward.
نعم صحيح. ألو سأفعل. بناء.
Let's build a EC up here. We got some, got some war allies. Very nice.
Crusaders of Jerusalem approach our walls.
نعم سأفعل نعم
What is that villager doing? Hang on. Let's clean these lads up. And offense really is the best defense here. With just a little bit of early aggression here, we managed to take them out before they properly got their battle line set. Now there's basically nothing to worry about.
أمر عاملة منجم مستعدة أمر عاملة منجم بناءة
I suppose we will have to clear out these warships in the end. I'm interested in taking out this cannon gale if possible. We've almost hit the population cap. Let's pick up Parthian tactics.
Genoese warship sighted.
Yes, yes, Genoese warship sighted. They really haven't done that much. And we've thoroughly cleaned up their actual base here. Not sure what our fishing ships are doing out there, but that area is not safe, my guys.
أمر.
Okay, let's restage in the center. And after we finish restaging, we should be good. I think this is really all that remains of Genoese. Our eco's nice and healthy. I think we could stand to pick up siege engineers now. Yep. And really, we can clean up the enemy at our leisure here.
Crusaders of Jerusalem approach our walls.
Yes, but it's just the light cavalry. Let's relax a little bit, Mr. Saracen Guard, sir. I am somewhat worried here because we have two enemies that are pretty much untouched.
نعم مستعدة بناءة
بناء.
We have a mill.
نعم بناء.
I don't think we actually even have a mill. Let's produce more Mamelukes. What are our trebs doing? Hello? Back, back, back. We need to bait out Gods on the Sling there. You guys are out of gold. Let's mine these.
أمر نعم صحيح بناءة
بناء مستعد
Genoese
بناء
warship sighted!
Okay, Genoese's out of the fight finally. Let's take out the sling. Bring our trebs back in on these castles.
أمر
Did I just lose a bunch of villagers or something?
مستعد سأفعل بناء
Turn auto reseed on. It's a good thing these guys don't get thumb ring. If the Britons got thumb ring, man, the world would be in dire straits for sure. Let's get a couple more trebs out.
عاملة منجم
Let's have you guys build a castle on top of this stone. Because we lose all our trebs. Take out this tower, build more. We keep going. Their god slings are down, which means that all they have now are regular trebs. Let's start work on this castle. Are you kidding me? Well, that was an A+ shot by them. Would be lying if I didn't say that tilted me a little bit though. Fortunately, we have plenty of replacements.
نعم صحيح بناء
Build another castle down here.
Crusaders of Jerusalem approach our walls!
I don't see anything. Guess I see a few.
نعم حبابة بناءة
We should still be okay, however.
مستعدة
That is a lot of enemies.
مرمم بناء مرمم
They're taking down our castle really quickly here, actually.
أمر بناء
Yes, that's why we build them, though. Nice try.
مستعد هجوم نعم
I've wised up to your tricks somewhat. How do you guys like killing my Krebs?
الهجوم
Which just means I'll have to micro down your Krebs.
نعم نعم حسن سأفعل قتال
نعم
نعم حسنا.
مستعد
Out of stone over here.
أمر
Let's
No.
start mining more of it up here.
بناء.
نعم حسن نعم حسن نعم سأفعل هجوم مستعد حسن نعم 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 مستعد نعم نعم أمر حسن نعم مستعد نعم حسن نعم مستعد سأفعل نعم حسن أمر نعم حسن سأفعل نعم
Fire your shoes, we gotta just attack at the same time. It's no good to just send these Trebs one at a time. Keep sniping them.
هجوم نعم
Gotta get all units in. We've wasted way too many Trebs. This could be done much cleaner than I was able to do so.
نعم الهجوم
Like in an effort to not lose Mamelukes, I straight up threw away like 6 Trebs here for no reason.
مستعد نعم
نعم
أمر عاملة
نعم سأفعل هجوم
We are taking out Richard.
سأفعل نعم أفعل
And as we take better care of our trebuchets here, we should have a better gold income for ourselves.
نعم نعم مستعد نعم أمر نعم أفعل الهجوم نعم الهجوم نعم سأفعل نعم القتال حسن نعم
Crusaders of Jerusalem approach our walls.
Yes, a light cavalry.
مستعد. نعم يرمم.
Seriously, let's not get too entangled here in the details.
ومرمم.
أمر الهجوم نعم هجوم حسن القتال نعم هجوم حسن مستعد نعم حسن أمر القتال نعم نعم مستعد
Capture, I thought I was being cheeky,
أمر سأفعل.
but I thought wrong.
أمر حسن الهجوم نعم نعم مستعد حسن نعم أمر حسن سأفعل سأفعل نعم أفعل هجوم الهجوم قتال نعم مستعد
The Trebs thought they had something there, but they thought wrong.
نعم
And this is what I mean though, like, just having 1 or 2 enemy factions here makes the level so much easier. Imagine if I had to deal with all 5, like, fully equipped factions, like, just sitting on top of me. It would basically be impossible to deal with all these guys.
مستعد سأفعل
مستعدة.
And now I'm actually able to. Have these elephants just been alive this whole time?
نعم القتال أمر الهجوم
مستعد ومرمم.
مستعد هجوم نعم أفعل مستعد سأفعل نعم حسن نعم حسن سأفعل
Should be Richard's faction all but finished. And now all we have left is Jerusalem, which hilariously enough we had a plan for taking out. But their base doesn't look super strong.
هجوم سأفعل. نعم. نعم. سأفعل. حسنا. نعم. سأفعل. نعم. مستعد. سأفعل.
Doesn't look like Richard's got much more fight left in him.
نعم. حسنا.
And man, that TC basically got one shot.
نعم.
مستعد.
أمر.
نعم.
War Elephant versus Light Cavalry. Not exactly a secret you should win that matchup.
هجوم. نعم. حسنا. مستعد. نعم. حسنا. القتال. نعم. الهجوم. نعم.
And Richard should give up momentarily.
حسنا. سأفعل. مستعد. نعم. نعم. هجوم. حسنا. نعم. نعم. حسنا. مستعد.
Name of the game with these guys is you rush up,
نعم.
micro them down,
الهجوم. نعم. الهجوم. سأفعل. القتال.
and just like that, all is good in the world.
نعم. حسنا. نعم. سأفعل. نعم. أمر حسنا. نعم. مستعد. حسنا. نعم. أمر سأفعل. مستعد. سأفعل. نعم. هجوم. نعم. أفعل. حسنا. القتال. نعم.
Yes, Jerusalem's got champions.
نعم. نعم.
However, champions really aren't a good counter to Mamelukes either. I think the only thing that's really super good against Mamelukes is probably gotta be like massed archers or massed siege or something like that. Mamelukes, once you get them like running, are very, very hard to counter.
مستعد. هجوم. أمره. مستعد. نعم. مستعد. نعم. نعم. هجوم. سأفعل. نعم. حسنا. نعم. مستعد. حسنا. نعم. حسنا. سأفعل. سأفعل. نعم. أفعل. القتال. نعم. حسنا. نعم. حسنا.
As this castle goes down, so should Jerusalem's last hopes. Bugger's built a TC. Well, not trebuchets. Mamelukes. Time for needing additional trebuchets is more or less over here. How the spies looking? 1,800 gold for spies. Not super bad. Let's actually save up for that. There we go.
هجوم. هجوم.
Ooh. We'll send the archer of the eyes to execute this last villager. And send the remainder of our Mamelukes. Mamelukes.
سأفعل.
Handle the rest down here.
نعم.
نعم. بناء
Still got
أستعد
plenty of gold on the map.
نعم عاملة منجم. نعم سأفعل. عاملة منجم. عاملة منجم.
عامل منجم.
نعم سأفعل. نعم نعم.
And I gotta say, spies is probably my favorite technology in the game. Simply because it's so intelligent. The way that it handles these cases where we have to track down units on the map. And there we go. Both achievements popped. The Custodian of the Holy Land for beating Saladin, and offense is the best defense for beating it without constructing a wonder. I believe in my past video, my most popular YouTube video, I actually built a wonder on this little island here, and then just waited it out. I think they seem to have added elevations here to prevent you from being able to construct a wonder. So this strategy will sadly no longer work. But there you go. The key is just running forward and taking out a couple enemies early on. I truthfully think that the Franks and the Knights Templar are probably the most threatening ones. And if you can get those guys killed off with your starting forces, then Genoese really doesn't do much. Sure, they'll put a dent in your wall on the left, but they don't actually pose a real threat unless they get close to your gold mining. And even then, if they do, you can just place a castle there to protect it somewhat. Jerusalem's siege is troublesome, the trebuchets especially, and the onagers, but their champions and light cavalry get completely destroyed by Mamelukes. And the longbowmen from Richard the Lionheart are troublesome as well, but their cavaliers are not. And the longbowmen are only troublesome if you let them get massed up. So if you're applying plenty of pressure early on, you should prevent those numbers from popping. And yeah, the enemies move pretty slowly. So all told, aside from like the first 10-15 minutes or so, it's a pretty easy mission.
The first year of my freedom. The fighting is over. The fire has gone out of Richard's lust for conquest. The two respected adversaries have begun to speak, finally, of peace. War is not gentle with men's health. Richard fell ill with a fever. Because he respected his enemy, Saladin sent Richard fruit and mountain snow to comfort him. Soon enough, Richard boarded a ship headed back to England. The Third Crusade is over. The final treaty was signed on September the 2nd, 1192. By its terms, Jerusalem remains in Saracen hands, but Christian pilgrims are to be allowed to visit all the holy places, freely and safely. It seems a fitting compromise to a war that has been fought over religion and land. The war is over, but I do not think I shall ever set foot in Normandy again. I want to see the steel foundries in Damascus and the gardens of the Caliph in Baghdad. I've never seen the mighty Crac the Chevalier, now fallen fortress of the Knights Hospitaller. The Holy Land has many wondrous sights, and I can spend a lifetime here. It is peace in the Holy Land, for the moment. Sadly, in a land so small, home to so many different cultures, birthplace of three of the world's great religions, I suspect that blood may one day stain the sand again.
Alright, so that is the last of the original Age of Kings campaigns completed. Yeah, a nice shiny gold medal next to Saladin. Pretty satisfying, and fairly simple to get the achievement actually. Much easier than the Rome was destroyed in one day achievement that we got a couple weeks ago. Until then, I think next time, the next campaign that I go after will be a two-sortie. Not sure exactly which one I want to go for yet, but until then, my name's been The Clever Fool. See you guys next time. Thanks for watching.